Hi, I'm Miriam, co-founder and COO of Keto Chow.
I'm Chris, also co-founder, president, and the technical guy behind Keto Chow, who almost forgot to schedule a live stream this morning. And when I was on the phone with Nick waiting for him to fix something, I'm like, oh, because, well, Lori's like, does anyone else check the date by logging in to watch Chris and Miriam's live? Yeah, well, anyway. If you're brand new to Keto Chow, it's a nutritionally complete meal designed to make doing keto easy. We also have some electrolyte supplements that are amazing for everyday use and for keeping the dreaded keto flu away.
That was fast.
Yeah.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the little bell icon for daily updates on all our Keto Chow happenings. These live streams help us be accountable and stay on track. Thank you so much for joining us on our keto journey.
That's right, Debbie says. You're slipping, Heath. Maria's here. Kelly says, ooh, did you get the special email?
I didn't.
Nope. Marie says, on my way back to the storefront to pick up my order.
Yeah.
Ludo says, I haven't checked email yet. Yippee.
Oh, yeah, you might want to.
Debbie says, I just got it. Jen says, good morning.
Good morning, Jen.
He says that he was busy writing a promo piece about his new Creole steak du Parker recipe video.
Nice.
Debbie says, I got to mute for a few minutes to do a work thing.
Okay.
All right. Jerry says, good morning, everybody. Candace says, good morning, Keto Chow people. Rihanna says, good morning. And yes, Lori. Oh, sorry, yes.
Sorry.
I'm
I have
mixing
a little
those up.
tickle in my
Sonia's
throat.
on, so is Les. Kristen says, hello, day 2 of a Snicker shake. I made a lot of mixing ones today. I did chocolate toffee with peanut butter.
Okay.
And then I did 6 of the Trix.
Trix is orange lemon.
Well, I did orange,
Lime?
lemon, and strawberry.
Okay, what is that?
Fruit Loops. That's what people are calling that
Okay.
one, Fruit Loops. I didn't replace the battery in this thing.
Whoopsie.
Anyway, Professor R says, open my email. Now, we did just send out an email to people who are Chow Club subscribers
Yes.
and are subscribed to our, haven't told us that they don't want us to send them email. So if you opt out of all promotional emails from us, we legally cannot send you email at that point.
Yes.
So if you're a Chow Club subscriber and you didn't just get an email from us, it's because you're not subscribed.
Yes.
That would be it. That's why we were telling you the last couple days to make sure you get subscribed. Blue Dove says, yes, I went to find the placeholder and went, Holly says, I didn't get the special email. That's because you're not a member of the Chow Club.
Would you subscribe to the Chow Club?
Candace says,
already?
I have maintained my weight at 190 with everything going on.
Nice.
Laura says, good morning. Jasmine says, birthday cake flavor, please. If you did get the email and you're not logged in, you'll go to this page that talks about Chow Club exclusives. Oh, look.
Thanks.
I need a double A, actually.
Okay, I'll try it again.
Anyway,
So close.
it takes you to this page where it says, hey, this stuff is only for Chow Club members. I'll put the link in there. And you have to be logged in to your Chow Club, to your account,
To your account on
that's
Keto
subscribed to the Chow Club.
Yep. So if you
Okay.
use a different email because you've ordered a different way before, make sure you use the right one. The one that's attached to your Chow Club account.
That's right. Jasmine, I already say this, but it said birthday cake flavor, please.
Ooh.
Julie says surprise. Susie says, is the Keto bottle that came with my starter kit dishwasher safe?
Yep.
Yes, it's an actual blender bottle. I
love
think they recommend top rack of dishwasher.
Yeah.
The difference between that and bottom rack is a lot of dishwashers here in the United States have a heating element at the
Yeah.
bottom to dry with. And,
Thanks.
oh, thanks. I just need one. So that'll be great.
Holly brought some batteries for
Yes,
the
she did.
mouse. They're
Anyway,
Costco brand.
and you don't want to put stuff like plastic on the bottom shelf because that heaty thing will
Melt them.
melt them.
We put them on the bottom because they don't fit in the top.
And our dishwasher doesn't have a heaty thing.
Heaty thing.
It uses condensation for drying.
It's cool.
Okay, let's
There's
see.
3 racks. in
Lisa
my
says,
dishwasher.
good morning from Idaho, prepping my new order. My 19-year-old
Hey.
is joining me in Keto Chow.
Nice.
Irene says, good morning, everybody, from sunny Pennsylvania. That's like the same thing as Idaho, right?
Ooh, not
No,
even.
okay.
No.
Gail says, good morning, it's going to be an orange cream day. Gaten says, I'm pretty sure I know what the surprise is for the club box, but I'll keep it a secret. Were you talking about the June one? No.
Oh, yeah. Guess it.
He says, I may be fourth to check in, but I have Chris's favorite legs. I sent Miriam a picture of my leg yesterday. Tony says, can't wait to get my shipment. I've been out for over a week. And Carol's on. She's the Colorado keto lady, in case you didn't know.
Hi, Carol.
Andrew says, good morning, all. Can my ketosis be broke by taking antibiotics? So a ketotic state is where you're generating ketones, and then a ketogenic state is making ketones. Ketosis or ketotic means that you're using ketones.
Yeah.
Which is why people who sell exogenous ketones will say, hey, if you take this, you'll be in ketosis. Well,
Which
yes,
is true,
technically.
because you'll be burning the ketones you're drinking.
Yes. So, anyway, but taking antibiotics, unless there's a lot of glucose
in the antibiotic,
you probably, I don't see it messing up with a ketogenic state or a ketotic state. But it can increase some, what's that stuff? Not glucagon. The stuff that starts with a C. Cortisol. It can release cortisol, which can make your body kick out more glucose, which could do it. Being sick.
Also, your sickness could kick you out just because of the sickness.
Yep.
But rest and feel better.
And I wouldn't worry about it. Professor R says, good morning, happy keto friends. Shauna is on as well. Keto Dan says, good morning, bears and fellow showers. Just got my caramel macchiato out of the fridge. Yes. I have some caramel macchiato in the fridge right there.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Is it mixed up?
Yeah, I mixed it up with butter. I haven't ever mixed that one with butter before.
I want to try it.
Nope. Okay, maybe. Blaine says, good morning, Chowderheads. Just finished my breakfast. 3 eggs, scoop of perfect keto, strawberry collagen, chocolate mocha keto chow. By the way, Blaine, I finally watched Black Tie Kitchen's pizza crust recipe. Oh my gosh. That was hilarious.
Chris was down the rabbit hole on that site today.
Because ants.
Ants.
He lives in Florida, and ants get into everything. And so when he's cleaning stuff up.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's like, and clean up your blah, 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 because ants. And at one point, he's like putting stuff in a jar, and he puts a lid on it, and it takes him like 5 minutes to get the stupid paper towel on there. And he's like, you put this on there to keep leaves off of it. It's like, why would leaves get into it? And he goes and puts it in the trunk of his car. And when he's doing that, there's a bunch of leaves that fall on top of the covered container.
That's funny.
So funny. Anyway,
super funny.
Black Tie Kitchen, hilarious. Extremely high production value.
Oh, really?
Like, you would not believe the amount of time and effort this guy is putting into his 30,000 subscribers. Like he's like Julian Smith level production.
Oh, yeah? Does he scream at people too?
No, he doesn't, but he talks in a funny British accent when he's doing the narration. It's really funny.
Is it funny or is it real? Is that his accent or is he just
He's being funny.
Okay.
Yeah. Lisa says, I'm subscribing to the Chow Club today.
Yay!
That'll work, by the way. Caden says, my wife is officially ketogenic as of today. I ordered her 4 big bags of chocolate keto chow to celebrate. Wow. Susie says, Jennifer Tunzel, thank you. Sarah says, happy Thursday. Susan says, good morning. So does Diane. Jerry says, I see a special order for mocha there, too. I don't know what you're talking about. Floyd says, good morning. Lisa, I'm glad that's working, by the way.
Yeah, it's good to know. Thanks, Jerry.
There is a special, I'm not going to go into it. Carol says, I found out that I like caramel macchiato better with water instead of coffee.
Cool.
That is interesting. Julie says, nice, I went keto. I just don't like chocolate anymore. Sugar-free chocolate doesn't hook me like a Hershey's bar. Funny how our taste changes.
Isn't it? It's so funny.
Let's see. Nan says, good morning, all. Hey, Jude says, I hit the bell and finally caught you live. New to Keto Chow and loving it. Well, welcome.
Hey, Jude. We're glad you're here.
Our kids were singing that on a loop yesterday.
Everything they sing on a loop, and you get annoyed. I love it.
I think it's fine that they sing. Just don't sing the same song for 2 hours.
When do you not sing the same song?
I keep it in my head.
That's what I'm saying. It's just how our brains work.
I know. I'm not going to share it with any other people.
Get over it. It's fine.
Let's see. Hungry, he says, I weighed in for the first time in over a month this morning. I have finally gotten below 300 pounds.
Yes!
It's Tudorland.
The Tudorland.
If I lean forward too much, you go out of focus. I have to remember not to do that.
Well, I don't know where to be.
Amy says, morning bears. Joanne is on. Holly says, keep smiling, Shauna. Rhonda said, I made a blended ice chocolate keto chow using
Nice.
1 tablespoon of heavy whipping cream, 8 ounces of strong coffee, 8 ounces of macadamia milk,
Ooh.
and 1 tablespoon MCT. Did we ever use that macadamia milk we finally bought?
I think it's shelf stable.
It is.
Yeah.
It took forever to find it. I think it's still just
I
sitting
can't remember what recipe I was going to try to go with it.
Anyway, she says it multiplies and makes so much more than a 16-ounce shake when you do it that way.
Oh, cool.
Yummy. Professor R says, I have a question about pausing the subscription. Is the deadline for pausing the June box the same day and time as the deadline for receiving the June box? So, if you log into your account, and I can actually do this on here. So, if you log into your account, this is Juan Paco Pedro de la Mar.
Are you sharing?
If you scroll down, you'll see manage subscriptions. Now on mobile, it's going to look different, but it still works the same. But you can see a delivery schedule and subscriptions. In the subscriptions, now I don't have any active subscriptions right now.
You need active subscriptions.
Purchase history. I had previous ones, but anyway. Oh, look, I've actually got some stuff in there, but I don't have any active subscriptions. In here, it'll actually tell you your active subscriptions and when it's going to renew, and you just have to pause it before that date. And if you want it to resume in time, you would need to unpause it before, I think it's the 14th of each month. I could be wrong, but I would definitely pause it before the 14th or unpause it before the 14th.
Yeah, because then it won't charge you, because the charge time is the 14th or the 15th. And then, because you probably don't want to pause it when we're about to ship them either. So that's why I do it before the 14th.
Well, that's why there's a specific cutoff, yeah.
Yeah.
Once it renews, once you get the email that, hey, it's renewed, at that point, if you don't want that particular one and you want a refund on that particular one, just contact our customer service people.
Us so we can do it manually.
We can take care of that. Andrew says, thank you. I'm really not worried about it, just wondering. Let's see, Candace, I'm not sure what you mean. She says, where for the surprise once I sign in? I'm not sure what you mean. Carrie says, I finally got to taste keto chow. Some yummy. I'm glad I found you guys. Me no speak good. Redwine says, good morning from Wisconsin. Blaine says, and leaves. Yes. Brian says, happy Thursday. Hope everyone is having a moderately neato day.
Neato?
Moderately neato.
I'm having a good day.
Funny says, so someone mentioned
though.
Snickers flavor. How do you make that?
Oh, Snickers. So there's two different ways. The way that we usually do it is chocolate peanut butter and salted caramel.
So either half
together.
a scoop of each, or make two and then split it.
Yeah. Or we've been doing lately
Chocolate
that
toffee
kind of tastes
with
like Snickers
peanut
too.
butter.
Is chocolate toffee and chocolate peanut butter, and it is yummy. That's what I have today. I have 3 of those for my meal today. Meals. All my meals.
Blue Dove says, I made sure that CM caramel macchiato in my coffee was below 120 degrees. I want it hotter though. Well, it's just if you have it hotter than 120 degrees, some of the vitamins will start to degrade. If you're having keto chow for all of your nutrition and all of them reach over 120 degrees, that could be something of concern. If you're doing it once a day,
Or once in a while.
it's
probably
not
fine.
a big deal. Matt says, I just got into Black Tie Kitchen recently too. That channel deserves way more followers. Yes. I emailed him
I guess I'll have
this
to
morning.
look him up.
And
What's his name?
it's called Black Tie Kitchen.
I mean,
Oh,
he
his
has
name
a
is
name.
Dennis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dennis!
Jane says, good morning. It's finally sunny and warm here. All is good in the world. My orange cream is going to be
Nice.
delivered anytime. Amanda says, I maybe shouldn't have made pudding. It's yummy, but I'm stuffed and I haven't even ate half.
Oh, man.
Blue Dove says, Black Tie Kitchen is awesome. Crazy cinematic bent. So fun. Yes. Shauna says, that email made me feel exponentially better.
Nice.
Kay says, yeah, I love Dennis from Black Tie Kitchen. Professor R says, so happy for my frozen keto chow today.
Nice.
We had a heat wave and I needed to cool off.
Cool off.
Elizabeth says, hi from Elizabeth.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi from Chris, Elizabeth. Laura says, made a mix of caramel macchiato and snickerdoodle for today. Mixed with butter and MCT. It's fabulous.
Nice.
Debbie is back from her call. Let's see. Rhonda says, Caitlin Fox, lucky lady. Chocolate is the best. I read that a little bit wrong. Blaine says, Dennis is fantastic. Look at his fudge recipe.
I want fudge.
Yeah.
I want you to make it.
Jeannie says, don't watch Black Tie Kitchen unless you have hours to spend. So much fun. Yes, the production is way beyond anything I've seen in the cooking world. Seriously, the amount of time and effort, you will not believe what, and I think he's filming it all himself.
Yeah, and then editing it himself.
Yes. And
cool.
There are some shots that I think he might like sucker somebody into holding a camera for him.
I take it he's keto.
Yeah, he's doing keto. But yeah, good stuff. Anyway, Shauna says, one time on a trip, my niece put a song on loop to see how long it took me to figure it out. Oh my God.
2 times. Chris would be like halfway through the second time. We just heard this. I'm so ornery.
I've been invited to do public speeches at our church a couple times, and I may have given the same talk 4 times.
No, it was only 3 times.
I think it was 4. I still have it. It's ready to go for the next time. Cindy says, good morning. Holly says,
good talk.
Apparently. Holly says, I had eggnog with collagen, gelatin, nutmeg, and egg mixed with an immersion blender. The funniest thing is so we moved into our current area, and the first, as kind of a getting to know us thing, they asked Miriam and I to talk and to introduce ourselves. And they also wanted us to sing. And so we got up there, and we had, Sam wasn't born yet, but we had 5 little kids.
Yeah, I was pregnant with Sam.
Max was still having seizures fairly regularly.
Yeah, so he was kind of out of it.
We got up there to sing a song, a kid's song, because that's what we could handle with them. And in the middle of it, Max started singing really loud.
Which is funny.
And kind of off key.
When he was having seizures, he hardly talked at all.
Yeah.
He's just a very quiet kid in general, but he just didn't talk. So the fact that sound was coming out of his face was just very amusing.
Yes. And so we started laughing.
He was like, what, 3?
Something like that.
Yeah.
He was probably almost really turned 3.
He was probably.
But we started laughing. And when it was a train wreck.
And then the kids started laughing. So we're up on the stage.
We're trying to get through this song, crying.
Trying to sing.
Because we're laughing.
Just giggling. Like, this is not working.
And a couple months later, they're like, hey, Chris, did we already have you talk? And I'm like are you kidding?
You didn't see the laughing on the...
You don't remember this? And they're like, apparently not. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Well, I remember it.
I said, no, I just spoke.
So
anyway, Jerry says, any thought to change the prompt to new to Keto Chow to default for repeat customers to no? Just trying to save on extra shipping. Oh, you're talking about the question when they go to check out. I could. That's actually a really good question. I'm not sure.
Let's write that down.
Let's think about that. Blaine says, your mix makes me think of a Butterfinger. It kind of does.
Yeah.
Sarah says, I bought macadamia nut oil. It's fabulous in Keto Chow. Maitreya says, glad you're still here. Work taking away my YouTube time. Dang it. Let's see.
Hey, well, I can spend
as
much time as I want on YouTube because I told myself when I'm on YouTube, I'm on the treadmill. So I do not feel guilty at all.
Okay. Amy says, what was the channel? It's called Black Tie Kitchen. And we probably said it multiple times since you asked. So,
Thai as in Thailand or Thai as in Thai?
Black tie. Like he's wearing a white shirt and a black tie, and he has this really cool mustache.
So TIE.
Yeah, Black Tie Kitchen.
Okay, because I totally was thinking Thailand, Thai.
Well, I can just, let's see.
Google it.
Let's see. Black Tie Kitchen. There we go.
Black tie.
It's hilarious, is all I can say.
If you're on a keto or low carb diet.
That's his fake British accent. It's really funny. Okay, let's see. Let me scroll back up. Where am I at? Where am I at?
You're at Keto Chow.
I'm at Keto Chow.
Sitting next to me.
Okay, here we go. Irene says, I just got my
Thursday.
email, and I already took advantage of it. Thanks so much.
Nice.
Tanya says, I don't even know if I'm in ketosis. Over the last year, I've put on 20 pounds, and I'm miserable. Just don't know what I'm doing wrong.
I would write down everything you're eating for
Yeah?
the day, and then look at the calories.
Incidentally,
and the fat and all the.
One of the talks that's going to be at Keto Salt Lake, which is coming up on
the
May
22nd, on
we
YouTube.
almost have the schedule finalized. It's a talk by Amy Berger, and it says, Keto works for everyone else. Why doesn't it work for me?
What am I doing wrong?
It's really good. And she's doing it from a personal perspective. She's not saying, well, I'm so smart and I know all the right things.
Even
she's
though
like,
she is so smart.
she's like, here's where I went wrong. And here's where you can go right. Really good. Maria Emmerich has one of, I think it's called When Keto Diets Fail or something like that. So we've got a lot of really cool stuff. And it's going to be here on our YouTube channel. Unless you're watching this on Facebook, then it'll be on our YouTube channel. But it'll be on our YouTube channel. It'll be going up at what is it? Are we starting at
10
Eastern?
Yeah.
It's pretty much going to run.
It's the whole day long.
It's like 11 hours of
So
stuff.
set yourself up for some laundry to fold that day so that you can sit and watch.
And you can just listen to it.
Or listen.
But it'll be going straight up. It's free, by the way. And as soon as it's done, the individual talks will be there for you to watch as well. So it'll probably take me like an hour to get those published, but it's going to be awesome. Anyway,
So awesome.
Glenda says, finally here, my computer was acting crazy.
Oh, man.
But yes, Miriam's suggestion, Tanya, to write down everything that you're eating. Start with that. And maybe even do a carnivore reset. I don't know. That
Or a
might
keto
work.
chow reset or an egg fast. Because a lot of times you maybe just don't even notice if you're eating too much.
Or don't snack.
Yeah, because snacking is the worst. Like, it's just really hard for me to not want to eat everything I can possibly
The 90-day challenge that it's talking about right down here right now, the biggest thing is not snacking.
We heard yesterday a guy say he is on the seafood diet. Anything he sees, he eats.
Okay.
So if I walk past a thing of nuts, I got to put it away.
If there's an open thing in that,
because I want to
Game over,
snack
man.
it. So the 90-day challenge that we're on right now is no snacking. So what day is it even? It's like day 40 or something like that?
No, it's not that much.
Day
We're
almost 40 in a couple of days maybe. We have not snacked for that long of time.
I had some.
Except for you. Haha,
yeah,
you fail. I didn't.
But that was while we were camping, and I don't have a suicide pact with Lynette.
Mr.
Speaking of Lynette,
I
she
do
says,
it
good
all
morning,
right.
Rhonda. Tracy is on. Let's see. Shauna says, OP, hee hee. Thank you. Okay. Carol says, it's Thankful Thursday. Ken says, I'm thinking of joining the
I'm
club
thankful
when one of my
today.
credit cards gives either PayPal or grocery stores a 5% cash back. Only reason I haven't joined yet is that I have so much spicy taco.
Oh,
Speaking of
yeah.
which, there's no way this anything this tasty can be the healthy reaction. Yes. Older Pennsylvania says, I've been mixing chocolate with chocolate toffee to make double chocolate toffee.
Oh, yum.
Heath Bar. Brian says, I'm having orange cream and chocolate today. Pretty freaking good.
Nice.
Jerry says, cool new habits we're establishing. We're getting up at 4 a.m. Patty
Oh
starts
my
work at
gosh.
5 and going on a brisk 1 mile walk to start
Aw,
the day.
that's so
Amazing how much more
awesome.
we are. Hashtag keto works. Hashtag new habits.
I'm doing the same thing. Like, I just started a couple days ago walking with my neighbor. I used to do it years ago, but I had to quit because my kids needed me, but I've been walking.
One of the presentations for Keto Salt Lake is Kim Howerton talking about habits.
Yes.
And she didn't know that Miriam's such an Atomic Habits junkie. And she has 2 quotes from Atomic Habits. It's really funny. And she's like, you may have heard of Atomic Habits. I'm like, are you kidding?
I can't stop hearing
Karen
about
says,
it.
I'm currently using beef gelatin in my keto chow. What other protein is good to use? Your best recommendation. So my recommendation would be, oh, there we go, to go to, oh my gosh, there we go. Why Keto, how to prepare keto chow, calculating macros on keto.
There's too many things.
I'm
Like,
going to put
it's
the
hard
link
to
in there.
remember.
And here is a video that goes into really good details about which proteins we recommend and how to get more protein and how to figure out how much protein you need and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Lisa says, my 7-year-old just wandered in and said, look, Keto. Hi, Keto.
Oh, hi.
Welcome. Heather says, good morning. Welcome, Heather. Sojourn says, hi, everyone. Adrienne says, I am trying to
Lisa,
figure out
hi.
if there's a better value in ordering. Is it buying through subscription or in groups of 3 bulk bags or with an affiliate coupon codes?
Well, right now the Chow Club is probably the most discounted one.
The Chow Club is the least expensive way
But you don't get
consistently
to
to get it.
choose.
Yes, but you don't get to choose, and it only comes once a month. If you get a subscription, it gives
Yeah.
you 10% off, just period.
Yeah, so that's probably another good way.
And if you get a subscription and you get 3 of them, then you get 10% free
Free
shipping. So
So that's
That's
best.
the least expensive way. If you know what you want and it's available as one of the subscriptions, which are shop chow subscriptions.
Chow
These
it
guys.
up.
So if it's one of the flavors that's available on
Chocolate,
subscription,
peanut
like
butter,
lemon meringue, and
chocolate
pistachio, that is by
salted
far
caramel,
the least expensive way.
snickerdoodle.
Well, aside from the chocolate. Let's see. Susan says, I was very excited to see the email. Kaden
Nice.
says, speaking of vitamins, my eggnog keto chow expired in August. Any suggestions on specific vitamins to supplement with, or just eat the liver and call it nutrition? That sounds good to me.
That's probably good.
Yep. Leanne says, good morning all. I saw the Hansel and Gretel ad for the first time. Watched it over and over.
It's so funny.
It is hilarious.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here.
Candace says, I'm having orange cream keto chow today with coffee. Maitreya says, I do have a rotation of topics I present, but I try not to replicate them in the same venues. Exception being finance overview for Scrum Masters, which I do quarterly at work. It's just the same thing. You should just record yourself.
Yeah.
Well, with Zoom, you should just like hold an iPad in front of the camera. Or use the Logitech driver so that you can play a video into the webcam stream. Blaine says Dennis is a one-man show. On average, he says he spends about 30 hours for each video.
Oh, wow.
That's the black tie guy.
Well, you know what? We could do better. True that.
Elizabeth says that she likes you.
Oh,
And you're so
thank
pretty.
you.
She can't always hear you, and she doesn't want to miss a
Sorry.
word. I have her turned up on the thing,
Just
and I
talk
have me
quietly,
turned down.
unless I'm goofing off.
That's
if
true.
it's anything serious, it's always quiet. I actually have gotten that a lot for over the years.
Yep.
My family's pretty quiet.
Andrew says, oh my goodness, I just ordered. I'm so happy. Jonna says, sound coming out of his face. Let's see. Karen says, husband Norm suggests hatch green chili.
Oh, man. Hot.
Now you can add that to the taco, and it would be
Do.
amazing.
Do it.
Laura Pennsylvania says, I'm taking some individual packets to my chiropractor. He will be
Okay.
surprised. There is a little less of me to adjust. Let's see.
That's
Maitreya
awesome.
says, YouTube time equals lunch
Lunch
break
break.
time. There you
Yeah.
go. Peggy says, I'm always on my elliptical while watching YouTube.
Peggy, you
Perfect.
win. You're the best.
Kaden says, just received the your chocolate has been shipped. Happy spouse, happy house email.
yeah.
Candace says, where do I go after I sign in? Now, if you're talking about the Chow Club thing that we were talking about earlier, so here's the URL, and I will just copy.
That was in the email.
Yeah,
we
that was
sent
in the
this
email.
morning.
So let me paste that in.
We're wanting everybody to know that with the Chow Club, you get exclusive offers.
Yep.
So there's that.
Okay, let's see. Peggy says, okay, I read that. Hey, Luke is on. Hi, Luke.
Luke, hi.
Let's see. Jerry says, I made a cup of coffee for a chocolate shake. It was a decaf pod for my Keurig, so I thought it would be a good one to try. Added my heavy whipping cream and extra water to fill it up. We'll be having later.
Nice.
Weather's windy is on. Blaine says, Black Tie Kitchen narrator voice
Hi,
is his
Wendy.
imitation of all those videos we watched in schools. Yes. He's doing the like David
okay.
Attenborough.
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
that guy.
Yeah. Susan says, I have a hair and a facial that day. Well, I'm excited to see the replay. Okay.
That's perfect.
And, well,
what
that's
a
the
great
cool
day.
thing. And
Just plug in.
how long will it be available? It'll be available indefinitely.
Forever.
Like, for instance, you can still watch the 2019 Keto Salt Lake videos that we live streamed, and then I went back and edited together and put higher quality versions of it.
Yep. These ones will, I think, be better because it's like a Zoom
It's a Zoom thing,
presentation,
yeah.
so you can see the slides really well.
Yep.
And, yeah. And these were supposed to be, I don't think there's anybody that wasn't a Keto Salt Lake speaker.
Eric Westman.
Oh, except Eric Westman, yeah.
We were going to, he wasn't scheduled for 2020, but we were going to have him for 2021.
Yes.
And there were a couple people who were scheduled for 2020 that we
That we
weren't able to
didn't
get.
get a hold of.
Yep.
Um,
And once we
Yeah.
got to that, as many speakers as I
Like,
have, I
"That's
went,
fine."
you know what, that's enough.
fine.
I was going to try to get a few more, but anyway. Kaden says it was a
few
bit
more.
of a blow to my boundless optimism to realize that keto miracle stories do happen, but they don't always happen to everyone.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's see. Maitreya says, or under eating.
Yeah, true.
Elizabeth says-
if you're under eating, you're gonna be gaining weight also and not losing weight.
Yep.
So thank you, Maitreya.
Elizabeth says, does flavored brewed coffee have carbs? Some do. Well, all coffee will have
Has
some
some
carbs.
Yeah.
A lot of people like the Bones coffee. We're not coffee people. I think it
Yeah.
smells like burnt popcorn or burnt toast. So the fact that I actually like the caramel macchiato, which doesn't have coffee in it,
amazing.
incidentally, or caffeine, is really quite remarkable. Floyd says the May 22nd low carb event T-shirts are pretty cool. They're just down on the bottom of the page. They can order them from Amazon. Did you know that? Anyway,
Nice.
Tony says I definitely do not snack. I have a shake and then I eat one meal, usually dinner. Oh, okay. That might be under eating, depending on what your meal
that's
is.
possible. Because if you're not getting like nutrient dense food, if you're having like a really big salad, you might not be getting enough calories, period. And then your body's like, hold everything. This lady's starving.
Ludev says, no snacking makes a big difference. Kaden says, I realize despite the fact that my accountability partner is an artificial intelligence and doesn't actually eat, I need to ask her what she's eating in order to reciprocate accountability.
That's weird.
Well, what are you eating at artificial intelligence? Candace says, I only snack if I need it for low blood sugar.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
And that's great. Like, that's totally good.
I had to remember that BS means blood sugar.
Yeah.
Andrew says, I have a problem. My bank account was compromised. Whoa, I locked my card and need to go get a new one. My subscription is coming out soon. I need to link my new card. So, here's the cool thing. And this is why the cutoff date for the Chow Club is the 15th. Number one, you can just log in there and put a new credit card in.
Yeah.
This is on the Keto Chow side. If for whatever reason the payment doesn't go through, our customer service people will actually wait for a while and then try it again. I think they actually try it 3 times. And if it still doesn't work, they'll actually contact you and say, hey, just so you know, this isn't going through. Do you want to use a new credit card? And then they can put the new card in there for, or you can
and they'll
put it
try to contact you multiple times so that they'll try email, they'll try calling, and they'll try, messaging or whatever they possibly can so that if you don't get it, you can get the thing fixed.
Yes.
Or
I'm sorry to hear
canceled.
that your bank account was compromised.
Oh,
that's terrible.
So sad.
Tanya says, I'll definitely tune into YouTube and watch, or maybe a Keto Chow reset.
Yeah.
Let's see. Kristen says, I just hacked the club exclusive email. So cool. Thanks.
Nice.
Andrew says, thank you, lady. We bought the iPhone. They bought an iPhone on me. Kaden says, as an incredibly lazy person, I use collagen powder because it just dissolves in the Keto Chow without changing the texture.
Nice.
Now, do remember, Kaden, collagen is not a complete protein. There are essential amino acids that are missing.
But
Debbie
we
says,
do that too, a lot.
did you all see my post about daily minerals and the other stuff in the Facebook group? I don't know that I did.
Was it yesterday? I wasn't on Facebook.
I need to order today and we'll probably need to expedite to get it before we'll probably need, okay.
I'll reach
maybe.
out to customer service and they can check on it for you.
Yep. Older Pennsylvanian says, I realized that all that calculating was causing me stress, so I greatly simplified my macro targets. I know the electrolyte tablets are helping me dump excess fluid and carbs between 10 and 20. Boom, that works great. Amy says, how did your fast go?
Oh, really good. I feel so amazing.
Okay.
It's funny because when you're full and overeating, you don't feel the difference until you feel better. I don't know. But yeah, my fast went really good. It was about 41 and a half hours. So it wasn't super long. But then I did eat just one meal yesterday, and then I fasted. I'm actually still fasting until I decide to eat lunch today, probably. So maybe 30 hours. Probably not quite 30 hours. 24 hours.
Heath wants us to help him decide, should he smoke 2 pounds of corned beef and take it back to the hotel or do Texas Roadhouse? I would say smoke the corned beef and save the Texas Roadhouse for when you really need it.
Yep.
Ludo says, I cooked some calf liver last night for the first time. I really liked it, but the kids were less enthused. Blaine says, OCD post, beautiful hearts, you're killing it, bang. And then he said, OCD post for the day, hashtag licorice camping fear factor for Joe. Let's see, Blue Dove says, Miriam speaks softly, but watch out for the big stick. Yes. Kristen says, do the savory flavors ever go on the weekly sale? Right now, the savory flavors, the big bags, are the ones that are still in stock until we run out because they're a seasonal flavor. They only come back in the fall. We still have some stuff that is close to the expiration date.
Yep, so we have them
or the best by date. They're 50% off.
Sale still.
I think we still have the tomato and the beef soup.
Yeah.
Which both of those are amazing for use in recipes.
Yeah.
Let's see. Andy says trying pudding today for the first time, adding in coconut milk with raspberry cheesecake.
Nice, that's great.
Laylee's on, says I'm late again. Did I miss any announcements about apple pie? Nope.
Hi,
we have not yet
Laylee.
made any official announcements about that flavor in that size.
You're the first person on this live today to ask about apple pie, so
Yes.
good job.
Thank you for asking. Karen says, have a great day, everyone. I have to run it to the office. I will be listening.
Aw,
Okay.
thanks, Karen. Have a good day.
Diane
Be
says,
safe.
I think I'm going to try caramel macchiato with mocha and see how that goes.
Oh, yeah.
Dana says, is it possible to use an affiliate discount with the special email? I don't see why it wouldn't work.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to come in on that link. He says, thanks everyone. I still need to check with the boss. Matraya says, I was going to pause for June because we have a lot on hand, but I was too easily swayed by a big surprise. It's not like we won't eat it.
If only.
Maitreya, remember to come back and watch this video when you get your Chow Club box, and you'll be like, oh man. Michael says, chunky monkey, waiting on my banana. Blaine says, on a serious note, if we pause the club, do we still get exclusive offers?
You're subscribed, so yes.
I think it's
Yeah.
That's a good question.
I think it is, because I talked to Nick about that too. And we were saying as long as you're subscribed, it's if you cancel it, then you're not tagged anymore.
I think so.
Do you want me to write that down so you can double check that,
Yeah.
Chris?
Eva says, is there a Keto Chow app? We don't have a Keto Chow app, but we are working on making the website more mobile friendly. Rather than devoting time to an app that I still haven't really gotten a good answer as to why people want an app. I think what they really want is the website to be more effective.
More
with
better?
mobile, more betterist. And that's what they're really looking for. So if somebody can give me a really good use case for an app, we can look into it. But I think more people, because an app would literally just be a wrapper around the website. So
I think you've said that.
I have. Maitreya says, I hope that someone organizes a Keto Ohio event and invites Doctors Volek and Finney, since Volek is local.
So there is Omaha. That's kind of close to Ohio.
Yeah. You should come. That'd
You
be awesome.
should. Then we could see you.
Marie says, is the Mother's Day experience still available? My card icon is red and I can't proceed to check out. I think it is.
I think we still have some left available.
And we were talking about that yesterday, and we're like, do we keep it on the site? And it's like, well, if people are still buying it, we might as well.
Yeah. So reach out to customer service if it's not working. Maybe try refreshing your cart or restarting your computer.
Yep. Peggy says, do you do caffeine? I drink Mountain Dew Zero.
Yep.
In the tests I've done, that particular sweetener does not seem to have any effect on me
We've gone
whatsoever.
through phases where we haven't drank caffeine.
I actually try to not have very much, but it seems like all of the soda that I want has it. I actually prefer it without it. I did buy Diet Root Beer this time around.
You did?
Yep.
Wow.
Let's see. He
Should
says,
have that
don't
with
all
heavy
plants,
cream.
coffee is a plant, have carbs? Yes.
Yep.
By definition, they will all have carbohydrates. Andrew says, I can't wait to listen in and watch. What is the start time and date again?
It's the 22nd, and it's starting at 10 Eastern,
Yes.
10 a.m.
Yep.
Eastern.
And we will have the exact schedule. All I need now is the introductions for the individual talks. And then I'll have the exact time and date for
All
each
the
one.
things.
I just put it in a
You know,
spreadsheet
that's like
with
in
the
a couple
durations.
weeks, right?
I know.
It's like 2 weeks away.
Sarah says, I clicked on the exclusive link, signed in, but it just took me to my accounts page. So that's when you go
Go
back.
back to that link
Yes.
again.
Because once you sign in, it just takes you to your account page. Kane says, one thing about Keto Miracles, I do have over $100 in liniments in a box somewhere that I just don't need. Despite a hypermobility disorder, my inflammation is just very low.
That's nice.
Kelly says, will the presentations be all day, and what time does it end?
It ends at like 7 o'clock.
It's like
Let's see.
11 hours after it starts.
It's really long.
Well, we just got a lot of really good presentations. And the plan was we were going to split it up into 2 different days. And it was enough that it's like, you know what, let's just put this on one. And if people can't watch part of it, that's okay. You can come back and watch it.
Yep.
Karen says, Purity coffee is organically grown. No pesticides, no mold.
Cool.
And it's so smooth and yummy for those coffee drinkers who would like to try. Okay.
Thanks for sharing.
Mike is on. About freaking time, Mike. Better late than
Hi,
never.
Mike.
Debbie says, Facebook poke was to confirm my understanding, so I ordered the right combo.
Oh, perfect.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, and she got it working. Okay, Joe Ray is on. Good morning, Joe Ray. We're glad you made it too. Debbie says, hi, returning to Keto Chow? Oops, no. Oh, she was asking somebody else a question, I think. Let's see. Candace says, I did beef with dark meat chicken, and it was yummy.
Ooh.
That is good. Julie says, you should send the black tie guy some savory bags for him to develop recipes.
Yeah, we should.
What did I send him? I don't really think I sent him any savory ones. I think I just sent him some of the sweet ones. He said, I haven't had a chance to even open it. I'm like, yeah, I can understand that. He's like, you know,
If he's
production
working
skill.
30 hours on a video.
I know. Debbie says, I want apple pie and macchiato. Adriana says, Keto Chow and butterscotch or butter rum. I think the chocolate toffee tastes like butterscotch, personally.
It does kind of, yeah.
Layla says, I was gathering some sample packs for my weekend trip, and I discovered I had 2 apple pie left. Kristen says, I never ordered as fast as I did today, and I remembered to use rewards coupons.
Oh my gosh, you're so
You
amazing.
guys are the best. Atreya says, nah, I'm sure I'll love it. I love fun things.
Fun thing.
Atreya says, less pop-ups.
Yeah, sorry.
Now, because you can count them on your fingers, it's fewer pop-ups. Weird Al taught me grammar. Let's see, Tracy says, yes, Ohio, please. Nan says, did you ever get with Dr. Barry? Dr. Barry is one of the few that we had him scheduled for, and he never had time to do it.
Yep, and that's okay, because I know he's doing a couple of conferences.
And his internet sucks right now.
His internet does suck right now.
So, and it's okay. We'll catch him on the flip side. Holly says Mother's Day experience is still available. Thank you, Holly. Jane says, let's see, I'm in Michigan, so that would work for me too. Older Pennsylvania says, uh-oh, Mountain Dew is my guilty pleasure because my parents hardly ever had soda in the house.
That's me too, yeah.
Diane says, I must have caffeine for the safety of my family. My name is Diane, and I'm an addict. Blaine
At
says,
least you can admit that, right?
Blaine says, reasons I'd like a nap. Never mind, everything I come up with is covered by the website and Chronometer. Yep, pretty much. Kaden says, I'm not sure if there are other knockoff, but Kroger has a Fizz-Co Dr. Pepper clone with no color,
cool.
caffeine, or even a sweetener.
Wow.
Wow. That's cool. I'll have to check that out. Matrey says, I don't think an app would be as great as a whole, but it might be nice to have a macro calculator that feeds Keto Chow meal calculator.
That would be nice.
And that would, I think, be better on the website.
That's what I can see.
Mike says, I blame the snooze button. Were you actually sleeping? Holy freaking
Good for
cow,
you,
dude.
Mike. I'm glad you were sleeping. Everybody needs to sleep sometimes.
Ken says, Miriam knows the recipe. Ken says, remind me on the 1st of July to sign up for the chocolate. Okay. Leanne says, can you mention the special email again? Please, I missed it. So I can give you the location. So there was an email that was sent out that sends you to this page unless you are logged in to an account that is signed up for the Chow Club. And then there's different stuff on this page if you're logged into that account. And I'll put that into
Yep, so you log in and then go back to the link.
Yes.
So that's confusing because then if you log in, it takes you to your account.
Yes,
But if you,
it does.
Once you log in, then go back to the page and it'll appear.
Let's see, Holly says, I made chicken. I had chicken with 2 strips of bacon and 4 ounces of shredded chicken.
Yum.
So you had chicken with your chicken?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Or was it just chicken? It was 2 strips of bacon with 4 ounces of shredded chicken. That's a good way to get a lot of good protein.
Yeah.
And he says, although saying they want apple pie makes me want to try it.
It's good.
Okay, Bluto said Dr. Barry's getting fiber installed. I'm like, I thought he didn't like fiber. I'm like, wait. He's talking about fiber internet.
Fiber, not fiber.
yes, he is getting fiber installed. It was supposed to have, I think, Comcast available, and it didn't. It was one of those things like, oh yeah, we can totally service that. Then the guy shows up to install, and he's like,
No, we can't.
I can't install this.
Not happening.
Well, the neighbors have it. Well, you're not
You're
not
not good
cool
enough.
Yeah. Jeanette says,
I'm
good
sure they
morning. I
didn't
hope
say
you're all
that.
well. Happy Thursday. It's almost the weekend. Enjoyed my eggnog pudding this morning.
Nice.
So yummy. Maitreya says, Ted Naiman is also amazing to hear lecture.
Oh, yeah. I've heard him speak. You have never.
I've never heard Ted
Yeah.
Naiman speak. Well, I've heard him on podcasts.
I
but
met
that's
him
not
in
quite the
real
same thing.
life.
Is this real life? Ellen says,
It
lunchtime, I'll
was
have to
just
blend my egg
fantasy.
into my chocolate toffee.
God
Debbie says, apple pie, please. Christine says, I'm actually confused on the macro calculator. I used the one you suggested, and I did the one in Carb Manager. Don't do the one in Carb Manager. Anyway, but I think it was yesterday you suggested 1 gram of protein for every pound of my target weight. So if my target weight is 160, assuming that means 160 grams of protein, but the calculators are telling me the range in the range of 110. Okay, so Maria's calculator is a really good way to, well, hers gives you different things. Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And they'll give you different ranges of protein. The 1 gram of protein for every pound of target weight is something that Bronson and the Two Crazy Ketos were doing as part of their no-joke challenge.
Increase your lean mass, and
yep, and doing that, you might actually gain weight
because you're gaining muscle
by losing fat and gaining muscle. So you may see the scale go the wrong way if you're doing that much protein.
So Christine, you're about the same that I am going for, and I decided, because I don't want to gain weight in muscle as much as I want to lose fat, and so I'm kind of between like your 110 160, because that's kind of where I want to be, is 160, but I decided I would go kind of in between that, so I'm higher protein but not as high as he suggests. So maybe play with that. I mean, you don't have to, but that's what I'm doing. So
Holly did chicken keto chow with the shredded chicken and bacon. That sounds delicious. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I get what you mean. Blaine wants big bags of peaches and cream.
Ooh, peaches
Diane says
and
Fiber
cream.
Internet rocks. Yeah. Stacy said I just ordered my first keto star kit. Can't wait to try.
Stacy.
Keto Dana says, ooh, I think I have about $100 in rewards points I'll be making an order. I need to go through the Chaffle book to see if I need any flavors.
Oh yeah, that should. The Chaffle book should show, like, there's a page that has a way to order. Do you want to pull that up?
What's that?
The Chaffle book?
Yeah, I can. I was doing something else.
You're reading a different comment that you were not saying out loud.
So if you go to Recipes and More, ebooks, and find it online, it goes through. It's a lot of savory chicken soup.
So yeah, you could just
with
add those. You're
lemon
just
meringue.
doing it too fast. I can't even focus. Yeah, you can add them to the cart with the right flavor that goes with the recipe. So if you want to try those recipes, then you don't have to look it up.
Yep. Okay. Brian said duty calls, which reminded me of this. Are you coming to bed? I can't. This is important. What? Someone is wrong on the internet. And the mouse
Why
over
is that
says,
my life?
what do you want me to do? Leave? Then they'll keep being wrong.
Yeah, there's always going to be somebody wrong.
Anyway, see, duty calls. Lord Pennsylvania says that 1-to-1 did not work for me. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Kim
and
said,
that's okay.
Yep. Kim says fueled up on toffee chocolate and just came in from an hour weeding up hills. Wow, my hands are
Nice.
shaking.
Oh yeah, you need to sit down and have a drink of water.
Let's see. Gail says big bag of key lime. Peggy says how many grams of fat do you eat in a day? I'm actually not sure what I'm doing right now. I need to pop it in the chronometer. But I'm concentrating more on getting my protein in, and I'm just having as much fat as kind of comes along with the protein. I'm only using I'm using 1/3 of a stick of butter in each of my keto chow shakes. Though. Little Pennsylvania says, has anyone made the raspberry cheesecake scones with a different flavor? I'm thinking about making some for a friend's birthday. Maitreya, I know you love XKCD. Don't we all? Dana says, yeah, I was going to try the
Chocolate.
everything chaffle for
Sounds
breakfast and realize I'm out of savory chicken.
No.
Blue Dove says, me either. I need more fat to feel satiated. Leanne says, I'm still lost. Probably the best thing to do is, rather than asking us questions in here, because we can only answer so many things, is hit up the Facebook support group, because we can go into in-depth there, as well as other people answering your questions.
Or
as well.
on the website, there's a little icon in the
it's over here. Yep,
corner
bottom.
down there that has the customer service, and you
Yep.
can reach out to them, and they'll be able to talk to you.
And Holly says, I'm trying to stay around 70
nice.
grams of fat. Blaine wants big bags of caramel macchiato. All right, well, we're going to take off, Blaine. You all have a fantastic day, and we will catch you tomorrow, okay?
Check your email.
Okay, bye.
Bye.